Many Mid-Southerners are no strangers to financial burdens, but for some low-income residents, outstanding court debt can add to those hardships. The Shelby County District Attorney's Office and Just City have joined forces in support of cost waivers for those in need. To discuss that and much more, we're live with District Attorney Steve Mulroy and Just City Executive Director Josh Spickler. Gentlemen, welcome back to Live and I. Good to see you both.
Good to see you too. Good morning.
Before we get into that, Steve, let's begin with the big news happening yesterday involving Desmond Mills Jr., his change of plea to guilty in court. Did this come as a surprise to you, and what exactly does it mean?
Did not come as a surprise. This was something that actually had been worked out with our office as well, because our state charges are going to be resolved in a very similar way to the other charges that are going to be, we talked about yesterday in federal court. And what it basically means is that he will cooperate with our investigation. And as a result, there will be a plea agreement regarding sentencing.
With this in mind, a lot of people will kind of want to know behind the scenes, did you consult with the Nichols family, anyone in your office or other law enforcement or prosecutors? How did that work out? What did they say?
No, absolutely. Both myself personally and people on the trial team consulted with the Nichols family and with their lawyers, and they are fully in support of this agreement.
Do you feel as if they believe, or have they said they believe there could be justice now?
Yes, I think that there could be. The fact that he will cooperate with the prosecutions, I think will help a lot. I think the sentence that will occur as a result of the settlement will be a fair one. And so I think this definitely advances justice, and I'm glad that the Tyre Nichols family agrees.
And I know, Josh, you and I have spoken about this matter, unfortunately, over the past few months or so, and you've been looking at this case and the investigation and everything that happened. How do you see this kind of unfolding?
Well, again, I just think the speed with which this case is moving is very important, and I think it's a great example of how communities can hold police officers accountable when tragedies like this happen. So very encouraging.
All right, let's talk about your two offices joining forces. A lot of people may be a bit surprised there, just a little bit. But when it comes to cost waivers, what can this potentially mean for a lot of people out there who are really, struggling financially?
Yeah, Alex, I think this is a very important step forward. There are so many defendants out there in our criminal justice system who are saddled with staggering amounts of debt because of mounting cumulative court fines and fees. And these debts are essentially uncollectible. We're talking about low-income people of limited means who won't really have the ability to pay. And what happens is it results in a cycle of debt and poverty, because they get behind and then their license gets suspended, and that makes it harder for them to get a job or to maintain a job, which means they get further behind, and it's just a vicious cycle. It doesn't really do anything to make us safer. We don't really have the ability to collect this debt. So Just City has been urging us, and we have agreed to, lean more heavily into a policy of not opposing defense motions for waivers by the court. It's ultimately up to the court of these fines and fees.
Josh, what was the genesis of this and your thoughts? Does this whole kind of break the cycle, or at least slow it down a little bit?
Slow it down a little bit. I mean, this is part of a larger effort that Just City has been undertaking over the last year with judges, with public defenders, with prosecutors, with the community just generally at the criminal justice system to address fines and fees. They do represent a major barrier in people's lives, and they can build up, and like Steve said, it creates a cycle. What we see at Just City is that by far and away the biggest barrier that people face to qualifying for expungement, so getting that criminal record behind them, is court debt. And so it's a great announcement, and it shows some unity within the system that this is a problem, and we're going to try to address it. We've got a lot of work to do.
What is the next step, though, in this? What else would you like to see in this conversation?
I think the biggest thing that's missing is a system, is an avenue for people to take those requests for waivers to the system. We don't quite have that. It typically requires an attorney take it to court. The judges are generally pretty receptive to them, and now we know the district attorney's office will not oppose them. So what we're missing is really just a broader system to bring them to the court. We don't have that.
So Steve, what else can we do with this? What other steps can be taken here?
Well, raising public awareness, so that you're helping with that. We're going to be communicating to our prosecutors and to the defense bar that we will take a position of not opposing these kinds of things. I think there are probably legislative steps to, facilitate the cancellation of this debt and to make the fines and fees more reasonable.
And another big thing that kind of came out this week with your office involving nuisances
Yes.
in Memphis and Shelby County.
Yes.
How are you cracking down on those, and what's the bigger picture with that?
So there are, Alex, a number of both residences but also commercial locations that have become breeding grounds for crime. In some cases, the employees or managers of the store itself may actually be involved in crime. In other instances, they sort of turn a blind eye to it. And so we see a lot of gun dealing, drug dealing, criminal incidents, and it basically degrades the quality of life for the entire neighborhood and makes the place less safe. And so what we have been doing is using the power that this criminal code gives to us to file actions to declare a property a nuisance and essentially shut it down and then bring it under new management or new ownership, hopefully law-abiding management and ownership, so that we can improve the quality of life and the safety of these neighborhoods.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Josh, thank you. We appreciate you all both being on Live at 9. Thank you.
Thank you.